it because there's too much mediocre. People like to do shortcuts. It might be the most professional soya thresher ever made in Malawi. It's another day in paradise. We have been going through the. It's another day in paradise. Somebody has been complaining that I'm not speaking loud, so now I will be speaking at the very highest tone of my voice. It's another day in paradise. We are busy making the soya sharing machine. And today, I'm going to be explaining to you how far we've gone with the machine. Last time, I showed you that we had made the drums, we made the stand, we started making filming the shape of the machine. But I'm sure people would not understand what's going on. But today, you'll be able to get a feel of what's really going on. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'll be back. Okay, so a lot of things have been happening. Last time we made the shape and we made the cover. Today I'm just demonstrating on how this is going to be like. I've been going through watching videos on YouTube to understand how the soya thresher works, but it's a bit difficult. It's very tough. Most of the machines that are out there are machines that are showing how to thresh the rice and wheat and sorghum and all those kind of things. So I've just been looking at those machines, watching them, how they operate, just to figure out and say, okay, how can I adapt that to the soya threshing machine? But there's been a few videos that I've watched of soya threshing machines, but they're not actually showing and in details of how the machine works. I haven't found anybody on YouTube who was making such kind of a machine that threshes soya. So I went to town today and I went to one of the hardwares. They have a machine that threshes soya, but I couldn't be able to open it. But I could feel my hand in there just to feel what's going on. What I've observed is that this part of the processor, normally in Thailand, when they're making the thresher for rice, they just make this kind of discs, and then they put flat bars in here, and then they put spikes. But now most of the soya sharing machines, they're having almost like a drum. So that's why you're seeing this drum. I had to go today to have this drum made. So I'm trying to make a decision whether to use the drum or to do it the way they're doing in the most of the videos. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna tomorrow put it in the drum, put the drum, attach the drum, but I'm also going to make another one with the one that is using the flat pass. So I have two. So what I'll do is when we are going to test the machine, we will try to test it with the one with the drum and we'll test it with the other one to see which one is working better. But basically, this is how the machine is. Like I told you, it's a more basic machine. Although I am making it using very tough materials, even comparing to the way I see on YouTube, my machine I think is much stronger. I have used here 2 millimeter sheet that's been used here, and on the sides here I'm using 1.6 millimeter. Most of them I think they're using 1 millimeter or 0.8 millimeter sheets. Now here we have the tray where we will have the soya will be falling on this tray, and it's got a sieve, so some of the soya will be going through here. And at the back there, there's also another tray where it will slide down and coming on this side. So this tray is supposed to be moving. It should be moving a sideways movement. That is to remove all the other particles that might go through here, and that will be removed. And also it will also be cleaning the soya, and it will be packing it at the bottom or on the other side. So yeah, today we had to go to the engineers. They had to engineer these pulleys for me, and the shaft also had to be made smaller. And I also went to the scrap. I bought this fan. It's for a vehicle, and they're telling me it's belongs to a Mercedes-Benz. So this fan is going to be somewhere here where the engine is going, because this side we're going to have an engine. The engine and then with the pulley. Okay, the engine is going to be this side with the pulley, so that the basin, the tray, is going to be tilting the other way around. So when the fan turns around here, we are going to open here. When it turns around, it will blow some air, which will blow all the wastages out. All right. So I told you already, the video is not to teach you how to make the machine, but the video is to teach you how to come up with ideas, start a business. We need to do these things. Now, I've been also learning more on YouTube. I've learned that they are using an engine like this one to make a big machine that is put on a truck, and this truck is run by the same engine. So it's very simple how they do it. You don't need a gearbox. The same engine acts as a gearbox because it can control the speed. All they do is they just have belt tensioners. So when you want to drive, you just tension the belt and it moves, and then you just make sure that on your diff you're having some brakes. So I am trying to think a way of how I'm going to make this truck so that next year I'll be able to sell this whole machine on top of a vehicle so that people can buy and go and thresh the soya, the rice, or whatever they're going to, or even beans. So yeah, so I can actually feel it in my bones that this is a game changer. I must tell you, this is going to change my life, because I am now entering into another industry. I mean, this industry is what Malawi is known about. You know, I'm in this construction industry, but the agriculture industry is what makes Malawi. So if I am going to be there solving challenges for our farmers, I think I'm going to change a lot of things. And I know many people are going to be inspired, more especially fabricators, to start fabricating machines like this. I don't know if they'll be able to do it in the way that I'm doing, because there's too much mediocre. People like to do shortcuts. I'm not doing any shortcuts. I'm making sure that I understand what's going on. I'm making sure that everything is so detailed. As you can look at my machine, it looks very detailed. I think it's even more professional than, it might be the most professional soya thresher ever made in Malawi. So just fingers crossed, let's see. So keep on following. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. Thank you.